Hey, I'm Mark Boxer. I'm with OFS. I'm also a board member of the FBA, and I'm here in Wilson, North Carolina at Wilson Community College. And we are watching the cable and fiber management module of the FBA's optical technician installation course, which is just a really fantastic introduction to fiber optics.
What I love about the FBA optics program is it's giving people opportunities that they did not have before this optic program came along, and giving them the ability to go into a new career, perhaps make money that they didn't make before, and also learn a new skill that they're not familiar with. Gets people out of their comfort zone and helps us build this broadband network that we're trying to build, and it's going to allow us to have the amount of technicians we need to do it.
There's definitely a shortage of fiber technicians in the field, and so it would definitely behoove PLP to help people through the pipeline and learn how to be qualified, confident splicing technicians to go out and tackle the future build that we're going to take on here.
For the industry, especially around here, because he saw the need for it. And it's like I said, it's a field that I think the training, it'd be very essential to get people up to speed and learning and working with fiber.
And we cover all aspects of the various knowledge and skills needed to become a fiber optic technician. Yeah, so we start with, we look at fiber optic theory, we look at fiber optic applications, we spend a lot of time on safety to making sure that everybody is safe when they're doing their deployments, and then from there we head in a lot of depth into the basic skills that are needed for a fiber optic technician today. So a lot of those skills are splicing and testing and fiber and cable management and deploying in homes and MDUs and installation and troubleshooting and electronics installation. So a very broad range of topics for today's fiber optic technician.
I mean, I think anybody that's interested in doing this kind of work, the hands-on work, interested in fiber or any kind of technical work could get a lot of use out of this. I mean, I think a lot of people could be interested in this course, technical or not. If you have the desire to learn something new, I think it could go a long way for a lot of people.
Do I think that the optic candidates are good for possible employment afterwards? Absolutely. It sets the groundwork for them, and they're not going to be ready to go out on their own as soon as they're finished the optic program for the most part, but that's where I think an apprenticeship sidecar would be most important, so that they could actually learn with someone from the company that they're going to go with and go to, and that way it provides an additional foundation, right? It expands the foundation, and it creates an employee that will now provide you with that service based on what you want, what the employer wants.
For one, the passion that we have for this industry, I mean, this is what we do. You know, we want to see people coming up with the knowledge to start in this industry. We're big in the community. It's GREENLIGHT community broadband. So, I mean, we want to see this this happen. And, they just work well with the community.
You can transcend into sales roles. You can transcend into engineering roles. You have opportunities to work at a manufacturer. You can work at a distributor. Sure, you can work for an operator. You can work for a contractor. There's a lot of different ways that you can take the education that you get within the optic program.
So we're here at a community college, and that's so important because when you educate people in a community, you're raising a community, and so that's very important. And it does affect the outcome because the want and the need and the desire is there to learn.
The Fiber Broadband Association is currently working with, I think, people in 23 states. And so we are at the pilot course right now in Wilson, North Carolina, and we expect to see additional schools coming up really around the country. So if your area, you can look on the Fiber Optic or the Fiber Broadband Association's website to see a list of those states. And if your area is not covered, then feel free to reach out to us. And if we can see if we can figure out how to get a course in your area.